Hello everyone, welcome to Peach on Earth Tarot. Today I'm going to be doing a reading for Gemini for the next few weeks or so. You can have Gemini anywhere in your chart. You can be a cross watcher. All that I ask is that if you are here watching this reading, you come with good energy for yourself and for others, or good intentions. So Gemini, as I was shuffling the cards and getting into your energy, for some reason, I kept spelling Gemini wrong. I kept spelling it with an I at the beginning instead of an E. And the message kind of came through about this reading is probably going to just pertain to the Gemini and not to others. Like it's going to be from your point of view. Or from the Gemini's point of view in this situation or story. And I was also getting a message about like positive affirmations and kind of maybe if you do a lot of positive affirmations, like take a step back from them because it was something about needing to reflect in a different way. It's like you have the positivity down and now you kind of have to look at things from a different point of view, if that makes sense. So I don't know, that's something to think about. So I don't know where to put my hands. We're going to get some cards for Gemini, please. What is the story for Gemini here? What is the story for Gemini? What is the story for Gemini? Oops, sorry if I hit the camera. What is the story for Gemini? These cards. Oh, okay, well, only one came out on the table. So we're going to take that. Okay, Ace of Cups is on the bottom. That's good. That's good. The ones that came out on the floor went in two different directions. So the two that went together, I'm going to keep together. And then, like, that one went by itself, and this one went by itself. And they kind of came out like this. Like, this one was on the table. This one was over to the side, and this one was kind of like below me where I'm sitting. Okay, so the one that's on the table, we have the moon. Okay. So the first thing I'm seeing is the two towers and how, Gemini represents the twins. And so there's like these two pillars here. And it's interesting too because here it's almost like there's an eclipse or something because you see the sun and the moon together. So it's almost like the two sides of the Gemini. Four of Pentacles. Now typically this area over here is like the past, or unless, oh yeah, I forgot I want to put these two down here. Get the Chariot and the Queen of Swords. Chariot and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so oh shoot, let me find my thing I like to point with. Where is it? Oh no. There it is. Okay. Okay, so kind of how I was saying in the beginning about these I am affirmations, and like maybe you're like only seeing things from one point of view because in this Four of Pentacles, he is like holding everything. He's trying to like just hold it as close as he can, like for fear of losing it. Right? So it's like, it's almost like the I am affirmations have become sort of like a band-aid for something that you are. It's like you're either worried you're losing it or you're worried about something. Oh, and I was also getting that these actually want to be either here. Yeah, actually here. So we're going to center these. They want to be like this. And it's interesting too because back here there's like, they're not exact twins or anything, but there are towers behind this chariot. Very like duality in this card and this card, and then individuality in this card and this card. You know, and this is Pentacles, so maybe you're holding on to like a career or something that brings, it's not even like financial stability, it's like barely enough or something, or it's enough to keep you there. That's what this feels like. I'm getting you could worry about it at night, even though it's like, so this is night, but it's also day. It looks like day, but it's night. Maybe you're a bit of a night owl, or, you know, maybe for someone it could be that you live somewhere where that happens occasionally or sometimes. But it's interesting that they're crisscrossing like that. And, you know, with this Four of Pentacles and the Chariot, yeah, it's like you're worried about something leaving, but also it's like I'm hearing like if you pay the toll, you never know where it's going to take you. Like this chariot could go so many places. There's so much duality here, like masculine, feminine, dark, light. And healing, you know, lots of healing energy too. The Queen of Swords under the moon. It's interesting because, like, to me, or like to whoever, like, swords energy represents like thought and clarity and action, where the moon is like shrouded in mystery, especially in eclipse, like clouded in mystery, but great clarity. And there's even like a hawk here in this card, like, or a bird, and it's like, you know, that represents like mental clarity. Oh, I know what's going on. Yeah. So, whatever you're doing the affirmations for, if you're doing affirmations, whatever they're for, it is keeping you, it's holding you kind of like in a lack mentality almost, where it's like you feel like if you don't do this, if you don't think positively about it, it'll leave and it will be awful. Okay. But it's like by doing those affirmations and holding on to whatever this is, you're not seeing something clearly. And I think you're supposed to just stop doing the affirmations. Don't do the affirmations. I'm not saying permanently, just if you're doing them more frequently than you maybe should be, or something along those lines, just take a break, okay? And it will like clear up some cloudiness in your head. And you'll have clarity about where you're going. Okay. Now, I am being called to say, like, you could, by doing this, you could be allowing, like, your ego to be driving you right now. And that's okay. We all need that sometimes, but maybe you've been letting the ego drive the car for a little too long. It needs to get in the trunk, okay? Give you some space. And, you know, with the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the underlying energy here on the bottom of the deck, it's like underneath all of this, there can be the beginning of a very emotionally fulfilling journey. Okay. Okay, so let's see here. Where are we at? 10 minutes. Do I want to look at anything in the car that's out here right now? Yeah, let's look at this Four of Pentacles. Let's look at the Four of Pentacles. Let's look at the Four of Pentacles. What is this thing that Gemini is holding on to? What is the thing Gemini is holding on to? What is Gemini holding on to here? Afraid of letting go. Oh. What is Gemini afraid of letting go? Please and thank you. Just like one or two cards maybe. Okay, well, this is interesting. So we got the King of Pentacles. And then the Four of Pentacles is on the bottom again. So, okay, so this is in reverse. And it's interesting because I used to never do reversal readings, and I've just very recently, and I just started reading cards again. I very recently just got this message that the cards are supposed to be reversed sometimes. And like, you know, before I never did reversals because I just felt like I could tell when they were supposed to be reversed. Like I could tell when it was like the reversed energy of the card. And that still might be true, but I don't know. I was just called to shuffle them this way. So anyway, so the King is upside down. There could be a father figure, a boss. It could even be like if you're your own boss, like it's you are. Money is driving you right now. Money is driving you. And, you know, it's driving a lot of people, okay? Money is driving a lot of people. Things are not great economically for a lot of people. But this is a different energy than that. This is like, I don't know, like, it's almost like he's like meant to be upside down because these strings are like dangling, right? And so he's been like this for a very long time, I hear, like upside down, whatever energy this is. It has you like strapped in. I heard the word strapped in specifically instead of like trapped. It's like you are strapped in, which gives you the option to leave, right? Like you don't necessarily, like, you're not locked up. You're strapped in means, like, to me, like a roller coaster, right? Like you put the strap on, not necessarily like your wrists are tied down or anything like that. It's like, so it's like whoever this is, or, you know, Gemini, this person, it's like you feel, you tell yourself you're trapped, but really you're not. And like, it's just you're afraid of letting go. You're afraid of, what's behind this like, you don't know what's on the other side of this eclipse, what's on the other side of this area, this position you're in right here. And it's like they're the same. They have that Four of Pentacles too. They're hanging on. Let's look at the moon. I'm gonna look at, oh geez, that came out extremely quickly. The Three of Wands. Yeah, the Three of Wands doesn't really give a lot of clarity into the intrigue behind the moon. Because the Three of Wands to me, or in general, it's like bringing something in, right? Like you're trying to bring something in with these affirmations, but instead it's keeping you here, and you need to maybe stop the affirmations or whatever it is you're doing. It could be a different form of affirmations. It could be tarot readings. It could be only listening to happy songs or having a positive thoughts journal. It's like something is keeping you in this like looped mindset over here. And it's like if you stop, something, you're able to bring something in once you stop. And it's interesting because the Four of Pentacles is very stagnant. The Chariot is forward momentum. So it's like once this stops, this shoots forward. So let's look at the Chariot. Let's look at the Chariot. What is the clarity for Chariot? Oh, just one or two cards, please. One or two cards for the Chariot. Or just one, since the other two have one. What is the message for Chariot here? Let's look at the Chariot. What is the story for Chariot? Okay, well, two came out. Chariot just want to be different. So, okay. So, Eight of Cups. Oh my gosh, that's literally like walking away. Eight of Cups. It's like literally walking away from something. Whatever's holding you back, you literally, like this Chariot is saying, you have to move forward. You cannot stay still anymore. You got the Four of Swords and got the Five of Pentacles. Okay, I'm actually gonna do it like this. I want it to be on each side, representing the duality here, okay? Because, okay, this Four of Pentacles, the Four of Swords is, the Four of Swords is like healing, okay? But you're worried by your healing, this Five of Pentacles is going to leave this person out. It's going to sever something. And I am getting the message that it is supposed to be severed. And the good thing is that relationship or whatever it is doesn't have to die. It can transform. It can transform. Like, say this is like a father figure, okay? Like, if it's a father figure, like you work with your dad, or if it's a boss, like, it's almost like once you're separated in a financial way, you can have a different relationship. Now, I'm not seeing that necessarily in the cards right here. I'm just saying, like, that's a possibility. But what I'm seeing here is that's your worry. You're like, you think, or maybe you do want to get rid of them actually, because the Four of Swords is healing. And maybe you want to get far, far away, deep down in your soul, like you want to get far, far away from this energy to figure out what you need. What Gemini truly needs in their core, like no outward opinion. And that's the I message too, maybe, that I was getting in the beginning. It's like, you have to get down to the I, okay? And I'm hearing like instead of the E, right? But E sounds like we. It's like the I instead of the we. But remember, don't go too far in that direction. You have to still think about others. You still have to care. But you have to figure out in your heart what Gemini wants. Sorry if the table is shaking. I don't know why it is. But anyway, okay, let's look at this Queen of Swords. What is the message for the Queen of Swords? What is some clarification for this Queen of Swords? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So interesting. The bottom, again, is the Queen of Swords. These two are both the same on the bottom. And then you have the Knight of Swords. You might feel like you're going backwards or something. But you're not. Because, you know, it's like the Queen is here facing this way and then the Knight is there. But if you look at this, oh my goodness, like these things line up. This cord lines up with both of these. Like these two cards are lining up perfectly. Why is that? It's like it's like she has like the rope around him or something and is like pulling him in. Or she's like summoning him. Maybe someone is, it's like because she's pulling him in, even though he's over here, she's pulling him in towards her, okay? And it's like gonna absorb. It's like transitioning from like the Knight, who has a lot of, well, you know, like the page has the ideas, the Knight puts them into action. And like, so it's like you've been this Knight, which maybe you've been kind of like putting things into action, like, but you feel like you're just kind of spinning. But it's like by doing this, you're going to go up to the next level. You're going to evolve to the Queen. And the Queen, you know, has a way of like nurturing, even though she's the Queen of Swords, and that is an air energy, which is Gemini. It's like getting to your core, Gemini. And but also like the feminine expression of it, like understand, like that's the heart, okay? It's like, so you're going from like doing to finding the heart of what is motivating you, Gemini. Okay, do I want to get advice? I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like the advice is for you to stop whatever like you're telling yourself about this situation. If it's the positive affirmations, if it's like positive thought journal, or you know, like whatever, it's like something is blocking you over here with, it's like fake positivity, okay? And it's like to turn that off, to stop that, and to see what's underneath. That is the advice. So I am going to stop your video here. I think it's complete. I hope that you all got something out of this. I hope it was helpful. If it was, you can like, comment, share, subscribe. I thank any of you guys for being here. I thank any of your guides that led me to this message. From the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, and I'll see you soon.